Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. For those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law. Through this channel I'll be providing some stock analysis and a quick update on the $1 Million Challenge. So if anybody's not aware of this is a journey of an investment of $1,000 to a return of $1 million over a period of 3 years using a strategy called compound return investing. So the objective is try to get 201 trades, each with an average return of 3.5%. It's not 201 consecutive trades. We do take into account losses. So for further details about how to join us for less than $9 a month, information is available in the description below. In the previous video we looked at MMTLP and also provided an important stock update for ticker symbol TRKA, so please refer back to the previous video for all those updates. In today's video we're going to be following on by looking at important legal update provided by Richard for MMTLP, and we're also going to be looking at a new plan of action going forward for this week, and then we're also going to be doing stock updates for TRKA and also GNS. So before we get started, let's have a quick look at what's happening this week in terms of earnings. On the screen here you'll be able to see that it's another big week for earnings, but the ones in particular that we'll be watching in the Discord this week include Coinbase, Nvidia, we've got Wish, Lucid, Tech, amongst many others. Start by having a quick update in terms of our previous week's plan of action. This was a coordinated plan of action where we had specific complaints based on each day. So the first day was FINRA, so shout out here to Ham the Short Killer, who's looked at the plan of action and stated here, great job, send it over and over again. I am told that this is helping big time MMTLP. So we did have a little bit of a discussion today with regard to how we can modify this and target it. So in terms of the key areas that are going to remain the same, we're going to still obviously focus on FINRA, the SEC, the brokers, FBI and IRS. So in terms of changes, we're probably going to add in the DTC and also specific individuals in terms of politicians and also from the media. So stay tuned for a post coming up very shortly for this new coordinated plan of action. The next shout out again here is to Prosecutor, who is collecting QSIP numbers from all the brokers. So from a list of 105 brokers so far, he has 40 in total. So if you do have any more updates from your brokers, go ahead and try to provide these. So he can update his chart. So if you have a look at the chart here that he's got a list of some of the fake QSIPs being used for most of the brokers here. And obviously we still have in excess of 60 brokers that we are still waiting for. I'd like to provide a legal update on Richard Hoffman's case against DTCC, FINRA and Fidelity. So in two previous videos we looked at his arguments and complaints, which included racketeering and also included lack of failure of accounting, and also there was a request for discovery as well. So please refer back to the previous videos for those updates. I'm pleased to say Richard has provided another update on terms of his litigation, so go ahead and check that video out. So what I am also able to say is, having looked at the video, Richard has provided some important updates. He's not revealing his strategy, but what he did say is that the three legal firms representing the DTCC, FINRA and Fidelity have access to up to 3,000 lawyers, and obviously Richard is fighting this as an individual, so he's an investor, but similar to Rosa, if we get a victory for Richard or Richard gets a victory, especially for discovery, then that will certainly benefit every single MMTLP out there. So go ahead and show some love to Richard. He's doing a great job and he needs our support, and may the 3,000 lawyers be slayed. He gets discovery, he gets victory, and we all get justice. Let's now have a look at a quick update for ticker symbol GNS. So do remember, this is a stock that has been featured on a number of occasions on the channel. We first called this out when it was trading around about 55 cents and it went in excess of $7. So shout out here to Roger James Hamilton, who's just tweeted earlier today, and he stated with regard to ShareTel to investigate naked shorts, the other companies on board include NVVE, VRERS, SSF and also HOTF. So with regard to the new CEO roundtable, the update for GNS here is this is going to be a big week according to Richard. We're looking at 5 trading days before the $10 NFT coupon record date, so bear that date in mind, 28th of February 2023. And the other update I'd like to give is a shout out here to Busy Brands, who will be having a live interview with Richard on Tuesday, so go ahead and try to attend that. It will be at 4 p.m. Eastern time, and certainly should be very interesting. And finally, I'd like to finish off by providing an update for TRKA, also known as TRKA Media Group. This was a stock that was featured in the previous video where we did a full stock analysis, including looking at 13 different catalysts. So please refer back to the previous video for a more in-depth overview of TRKA. But what I'd like to focus on right now is the financial highlights. So we can see here, first quarter highlights include record revenue $120 million. This represents an increase in excess of 1,335% quarter on quarter, so that's quite staggering. But what's also interesting here is they have operating income of $6.3 million, which basically means the company is profitable, and compared to other companies of a similar size, this is obviously much better. And at the bottom we can also see here the company have recently been successful in restructuring of operations and cost optimizations following the Converge acquisition. So great news overall there. So what I'd now like to do in terms of finishing off is just have a quick look at the RTEX data. So we have a look at the RTEX data here. We can see the cost to borrow average is approximately 272.58%, so much higher than the figure that we reported in the previous video from Fintel. We can see the maximum is 305%. The minimum is 31.27, so it's certainly increasing quite significantly. Borrowed shares 388.3 thousand. So overall, this is a low float stock. It's got a market cap of around about 15 million, and it's certainly looking as though it is one that we will be watching. So again, high risk, high reward, no guarantee of a squeeze, but certainly it looks to be another potential GNS. So do your own due diligence, and one that we will be watching in the Discord. And finally, if you'd like to get a copy of our next weekly watch list, which will be made available today to the Discord members prior to trading on the Monday, with many other stocks that, as well as TRKA and GNS, you can certainly join us for less than $9 a month. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned.